Okay, well today we are back on the road again, and we are at, guess where? The Green Swamp. If you remember on one of my other videos, I took south grade and got to the point where I actually had to turn around. Well, you can also, south grade goes, kind of makes a curve of 90 degree over time and ends up coming into center grade. So does north grade. They come in opposite each other. If you cross center grade, it becomes north grade. Well, if you remember in south grade, I ran into water flooding the road. And so this time I had tried to go from center grade going south on south grade. And guess what? It was flooded too. I knew it would be because we've had a lot of rain here the last few days. So I kind of knew it was going to be flooded. But as you can see, turn this around, and as you can see, it's flooded again. Now the tracks you see on the left-hand side are me. I actually went through this, and you can tell when I came back from all the fact that it's all been washed up here that I came back through it and went across it in a pretty good clip. You don't want to slow down going through this crap. It's kind of like going through sand. If you do, you're liable to stay there. So I went through this, but you can't see probably on the GoPro, but if you look down the road even further, it gets worse and worse. And so I figured, well, I had to go down for a ways because there was no place to turn around here without getting stuck. So I actually went on down the road and turned around and then came back through it again. So anyway, we're out again. It's still hot here, but I decided I just needed to get back out. Had a couple of health issues that kind of kept me down for part of the summer. So the videos you're seeing that I have posted are videos that I actually took earlier when it was much cooler weather. But this place is really cool. I know I keep going back to this Green Swamp, but I'll tell you, it's a hard place to beat. Not a lot of birds here. If you're coming out to bird, you'll see a few birds here and there. But it is just an absolutely, maybe it's because I grew up in a swamp, I don't know. When I was a kid, there was swamps near us, and I didn't have anybody around to play with, but so I spent a lot of time in swamps and woods and out hunting and fishing, and now I hunt with a camera. I wouldn't shoot anything today. I don't care what it is. I try not to kill anything, even by accident. But back in the day when I was younger, I used to go mainly bird hunting, believe it or not, because I'm a bird photographer. Now I shoot them with a camera. And you will also see something you haven't seen from me in any video ever. You will see some drone footage. Not a lot, because I just took the drone out for a try today. As you see down the road there is Redbird. So anyway, I'm headed back to the car to get out of here, or to go down and see if we can't find something else to take a picture of. But we did get a chance to fly the drone today. I had a Phantom 4 and I've had it for years. And it gotten so old that the batteries went dead. And the price of batteries for a Phantom 4, if you wanted two of them, is like $200. They're $98 a piece. So I decided that I would not do that. I would just buy a new one that was smaller, quieter, and I can tell you the quieter's part, but the smaller's not. This first time I had it up and I was looking at the screen instead of looking where the drone was, and then I looked up and I couldn't find my drone, but fortunately I flew it back to where I knew I was and was able to see it and land it. But fortunately I've got the DJI Mini, and the DJI Mini is a cool little drone. It fits in the palm of your hand, of course, compared to the Phantom 4, which took up a big backpack to carry that thing around. But anyway, we're gonna hop back in the car here and see what else we can find. I found quite a few flowers out here. I know you're getting kind of tired maybe of flower pictures, but that's about all there is out here. But there's different varieties almost every time we come out here. I'm probably gonna combine this video, in this video. I was out here about a month ago and did north grade and part of center grade, and there were a whole variety of new flowers out here. So you'll see some different flowers. You may see some of the same ones, but anyway, I'll show you what I was able to capture out here in the video. But anyway, let's get back at it, and I'll catch up with you later. As you can see, this South Grade Road is not the best one. It's probably, out of all the roads I've been on out here, it's the worst. The main roads are about the only roads you can actually travel out here. And like I say, I don't necessarily recommend people come out here unless they're used to being out in the middle of nowhere. And it can be dangerous out here. You know, I've talked to people that kind of grew up in this area, and they, you need to have somebody with you. I come out here by myself a lot of times, but here lately I've started bringing somebody else along with me in case something happens. But you need to be careful. It's a beautiful place, and I love coming out here, but it's not for everybody. And like I said, if you're a birder, this is not the place to come. My wife is a birder, and we've seen almost no birds today. We've seen just very few. Sometimes you'll see them early in the morning, but then they quickly disappear as the day starts up and gets about 10 o'clock. You don't see many. So it's not a good birding place, but this South Grade Road, as you can tell from if you've seen some other videos from Centigrade. Now, we'll be back to Centigrade here, and I'll take a picture of that as well, our video. And this is a much narrower. You have to kind of get to a particular place in this road before you can pass anybody. You can't pass, because off the side of this road, you can't really tell on the GoPro, but off the side of this road, there's water right now. Right, the place we're passing now, right here, probably you could turn around, but you'd have to be about a 15-point turn sometimes to get it turned around, but you probably could make it as long as you made sure you don't get more than 2 wheels off of this surface. But I can stop here. You can see down there, you can see there's water in that ditch, and there's water in the ditch on the other side as well. So it's going to be wet. And that's why I say, if you're not used to doing this, it may not be a place you want to come. If you aren't comfortable with that, then you're going to be afraid while you're out here. And if you are, then you're not going to have a good time. And that's the whole point of coming. But then I'm crazy. I like going out in the middle of nowhere. I guess because I did it my entire life when I was growing up, and was by myself almost all the time. Very seldom was anybody with me, so I was used to that. But and that's why I do it today. But like I said, you can see this. It's a much narrower road. Anyway, I'll stop this and get back to you in a bit. Don't even ask, but as you can tell, been a lot of rednecks down here. This is the intersection between center grade, north grade, and south grade. I'm coming off of south grade, and look at the mess people make. Somebody built a fire, and this has been here for some time, in the middle of the road, and of course nobody can take all their trash out. They got to leave all their trash here laying. Bunch of idiots do this kind of nonsense. And I wish the cops would come down here sometime and put them all in jail, but unfortunately they won't. So anyway, now we're back on center grade, and as you can tell, this is not super wide, but it's wider than south grade and north grade are. Although north grade is fairly close to this in spots, it's about the same width. Oh, but the potholes, because of all the rain we've had, the potholes are significantly worse than they were the first time I came out here, which it had been graded not too long before that. They may grade it here before too long because they have hunting season is coming up, and this is a place that I don't know that I'll be doing a lot of photography out here, you know, during hunting season. There are too many idiots with rifles out here hunting deer and taking pot shots at trees and things, and I don't want to get myself shot, so I may do a few roads out here once in a while if there's something to see and to do out here. But I may wait till like I did the first time I came out here and come out back out here again in January. Unfortunately, this is one of the few places that I can probably get away with flying the drone. You can, all the other places I go, all the state parks, county parks, and national parks in Florida are all banned drones, so there are not too many places you can fly one. But this is kind of like out west land. It's kind of like BLM. It's WMA, but it's public land. But there's still rules out here, so you got to be careful. Anyway, we are headed back to center grade here. There's a shot I didn't take coming back. I needed to get a little more light on it, so I'll be stopping up here and taking more of a landscape shot before I get out of here. And I'll catch up with you then. Well, this is kind of the scene I was going to take a picture of, and I still will, but I'm also going to end this video here. We're not too far from being out, but as you can see, we've had a lot of rain. There's a culvert going under the road here, and you can see kind of how much of a boil there is going on there, so there's quite a bit of water coming out. You can also see the some foam there kind of going around in circles. You can get out here a little closer, but I'm not sure you can see that. But it is really kind of just pouring out of this culvert. So, but we have had a tremendous, I mean, inches and inches of rain. I know places like Mississippi and Texas where they've had, you know, flash floods and people's homes have been, you know, unfortunately destroyed. And we have, but Florida can handle that. We have, I bet you at my house, we've had at least 7 to 8 inches of rain in the last week. We'll get 2 or 3 inches of rain at one time, and it just, you know, when 2 hours is gone. Now, we happen to live on a, you know, it's only 44 feet above sea level, but we live in an area which is a little bit higher. But it's also sandy, and it's meant to handle that kind of rain. And unfortunately, a lot of parts of the country are not. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Let me turn this back around here. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate that. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I post a new video, hit that bell button. It's been fun to get back out again. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And we will see you again soon. Have a great day.